review once again.
Rewind.
Okay. Okay. Has it been a good day so far?
Oh, yes.
But I want to call Jane first. When you see confidence elevates, I always remind myself, who are you surrounding yourself with? Very important question. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with people who dream big? Are you surrounding yourself with mediocre people? Because mediocre we don't do. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are going to push you to the next level? So for me, I remember Jane meeting her on Facebook, not knowing that she was from the same village like me. I was like, why is she commenting in Uncle Morris's comments all the time? But then I've just grown curious. So when I see people, I go back and see it. I was like, wow, this lady is moving mountains for young girls. And so we connected, and she came for a conference, right, in the United States. And I actually bought a ticket, and I was like, come on, because you need to share. Because you have to grab, you have to learn from people. You have to be bold. Like, I was willing to pay that ticket, whatever, how much dollars it was going to cost. She was going to come and talk to me and motivate me and help me. So Jane comes, so can I just share a little bit of how we met?
So, Betty's dad was a good friend of mine. You know we are all related, yeah? So Betty's father was a good friend of mine. And, you know, he would encourage me a lot. In fact, I used to visit him, is it your house?
County Hall.
Ilikuwa County Hall.
Education.
So nilikuwa namtembelea kidogo, but I didn't know Betty. Yeah, so, you know, we have common relatives. So somehow she reached out to me when I think after she noticed me. And then later I visited her in her home in Dallas. Yes. And somehow my dad was very close to her mom. So we had very many common things to talk about. The rest is history. What I noticed with Betty when I met her, you know, learning about what she's doing in the US, is that Betty, are you still a mathematician? Was so much of a mathematician that she was teaching schools, like schools, sio wanafunzi, mashule, institutions, learning institutions math. That, like she was the last option. Like if a school is not doing well in math, she would be called in to train the teachers. And if schools did not improve after that, then the schools would be closed. And somehow I felt so jealous. I was like, you know, why is she giving so much to Americans, yet we need her back home? You know, we had that conversation. I was like, you know, why are you not doing something back at home? And she came, and here we are today. So generally, I've learned so much from Betty as well. You know, after that, I started following her posts, Be Encouraged. And I can confidently say that I think I was unwell for quite some time. Since the time I lost my mom. So my mom died on me. She actually died here when I brought her for treatment. A year later, my husband died. And as usual, his people accused me of, you know, doing something because why would I have my mom sick in my house? And she was not in my house, by the way. But still, you know, it was so heavy on me. And then later I would lose so many people. I think I lost around 8 people in a span of 4 years. And it was really tough. So I just had a lot. But I would prefer, I would go into her posts so much just to encourage myself. So somehow people didn't know me, my relatives, my friends, and I still say that people who met me between 2017 and 2020, when did my father die? You don't know? No, 2023. 2023, in fact, I think a day after a conference we had. So I think people didn't know me. So I really struggled, even at work. Even at work, nobody knew me. So one time I took my time and told Betty, something is not right with me. Something is really not right with me. I think when I came out to do my work, I used to be very vocal and I was all over everywhere, you know, Kenyan News, Magazeti, Wapi, International, and something was just going down. And I didn't realize, Kabisa, I didn't realize. So I told Betty, something is wrong. I've lost my power of speech. I've lost my influence. Yes, I'm working so hard at work. I'm really working, I'm making sure everything is okay. But mostly it's okay for people, and not myself. So we had our conversation, very deep conversation. And I think the decision I made that is still guiding me to date is that I stop when I can. I don't push myself. I don't really push myself, and I don't go into what I can't change. Even at work, this year has not been easy. Not that it's tough on me, no, you people stop looking at me those ones. Yeah, so it has not been easy for me, but I'm so proud of myself that I've been able to manage so well, and thanks to Confidence Elevate. I only come on when I can. I come into meetings only when I'm able to come. So when you see me, I'm able to come. At times I hear you, you call my name and I'm there and I'm like, you know what, I'm not ready to talk today and I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk, so I don't talk. I'm just, listening. So I really appreciate this space. Betty, I'm so grateful. So, I was sharing a bit with Beatrice Ottawa, some decision that I've made this year that was so nice, and I think I really appreciate myself for that. So last year I took off completely from work. Most of you, I told you guys I was retiring. So what happened is that I think things were not going on well in the organization. So when I went back, I think the people stepped back, and someone actually faced me and told me, you know what, we no longer have you on our organogram, and we don't know you. And then someone decided one day just to tell me that, you know what, I am resigning now. I think they had a small meeting and said, you know what, we are paralyzing this organization. And I was like, okay, so what do I do? So I was in a meeting, I was very calm, very calm. And then I told her, it's okay, thank you so much, we'll get back to you. And then later in the evening, she wrote another email and told me, you know what, we can still extend it to end month, we can still stay a bit. Because I think she was trying me, she was like, is she going to plead because we are actually paralyzing this organization? I told her, Pan, we really appreciate what you have done, and before we have come, and just don't worry, we'll survive. And I really appreciate, I'm very thankful to God that I was able to make the right decisions. I got everybody, now everyone coming, people asking for opportunities without that call for proposal, for opportunities. So I'm so happy that we're still strong, going strong. I'm so happy that I'm very intentional, I'm very sober, I'm actually back, and I've learned so much through Confidence Elevates. As someone I want to talk about, I really want to appreciate is Des. Desmond? Yeah, so, yes. So I look at Des, and personally I really wanted Des to be part of this space. Des has been, anapotea and Arudi too, but he's been a good friend to me. Similar Des. Tumetuana mbali. I remember when I was low, imagine he would reach, I don't know how he felt, even bring for me fruits. Wow. Not even my kids or even my siblings noticed that something was not right. But him. And I'm so happy that you're out and you're able to come out here and talk. So thanks so much, Des.
The reason why I was calling in is something we say a lot at CE is iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. And the reason I also say that because I will say this conference per person costs about 14,700. And if you look at how much people even pay, it's bare minimum. But we believe, like my support group believes in what you guys, the growth. And they are always, I have people, when it comes to June, conference because Kugani, you know, I want to sponsor someone. That can only be God. So that's why I believe in doing your purpose, walking in faith boldly, and believing that there is a call and there is a better thing for people. That's why we say we have committed to do excellence, because we believe that if somebody is investing in you, then there needs to be a return. Not a return for you to return for the money, but a return in you investing in somebody else. That's why it's called confidence elevates. You elevate yourself, then you elevate other people. So I want to ask, like I'm going to ask you, there's going to be a card. I just want you to write a thank you note. It could be a stranger, so we can take them and at least send it back. So at least next year again, they can continue to donate, so we can have another. So one person will just, Christine will pass this, and we will just write. And I'm going to give the word, because the word, just thank you. Look at someone and just say thank you, genuinely, right now. Thank you for something, something. Thank you. And be genuine, because faith, me, I can tell faith. Huh? So we will pass this right after we give the words. Please, please, I beg you. So if you say no conference next year, so I'm begging you, because this came up in a Sunday, I was in church, and one lady was like, we just want to hear from them. An old lady who's like 82 years old, concerned about young people in Nairobi, in Kenya, and very concerned and saying, we just want to hear from them. We've seen the videos, we want to just hear, can they write something? So so that caught my eye, because I always write thank you notes and send to everybody who always contributes. But coming from you guys would be a big thing for them. These are old women, and they just beg for something to write. They write for somebody from Kenya. So that's something. So actually, one of them gave me this. Can they write, please? Can they please write? I said, I will, sure. So, confidence elevates. One of the most important things that we always try to do is really mirror leadership traits, because I am passionate about leadership development. That's what I do for life. That's how I earn my money, coaching people, making sure they're excited. We didn't talk so much about the brain. Your neurons get excited when you achieve a goal. It lights up. And that's why I encourage people to walk. You actually activate more neurons when you do something. At least get up from the table and read. Even just walk. So I always say, please get some quiet time. Ukiamka, please just don't go to your phone on the TikTok. Even if you're trying to get, what is it called? Followers? I always give the example of this girl, I can't remember her name, but the youngest poet who spoke on Biden's inauguration.
Amanda.
Yes. You remember her? Amanda. This girl, nobody knew her. Nobody knew her. She was not chasing followers. She was not. She was doing the work she did. She just wrote poems. She believed she was going to change the world with writing poems. And I remember watching Biden's inauguration, and Amanda Guma. And everybody went, and the data showed that she had only like 600 followers. And that day, she reached how many millions? So sometimes purpose can be, instead of you like chasing all these followers, I'm not saying don't build your TikToks, I'm not on TikTok, so hey, I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, build something in you that is so, somebody, like you also had people say, someone is watching, and if you know somebody is watching, God is watching. So I'm encouraging you today, as you look at, somebody asked what does that T stand for? And we didn't do the scenarios, you would have connected it, because this year our scenarios was just about Eliud Kipchoge, the runners. Why? When they start running, Nobody sees all that exercises they do every day. What do we see? Yeah, gold medal, right? But we forget what they do every single day to get there. So we see the flame, we see all that stuff, but we forget that it's those 1% increment habits that get them there. This brings me to CE. We always provide, we give links for feedback. Like even today, we will send you a feedback. Nani sikufuate about that link. Nikikufuata nitakumulika. I will send it to you and we gather data. For me, data drives what we do. Because I'm also data analytics, I like, because when we go to an organization, you have to look at the data and say, what is going on, how can we change, and that drives our business. So all those people you're going to see today, it's based on people. Because I was walking one day and I was like, okay, are we just going to give names for the sake of giving, or are we going to get, so we asked the elevators, who is one person that can be given an award and why? It wasn't just like, hey, I think I took Betty up. Betty what? What did she do? How do they impact you? And I'm telling you, it was a lot. I'm hoping that this book that I've been, the stories of seeing people can be out. I want to talk to Okanda and help us publish it, because they're powerful stories on what other people wrote. So these people, it's based on commitment, consistency, what they would do every day, and they're not paid. I tell them one day you'll get money, but for now, Madam Betty doesn't have money to pay you. They're doing God's work and they're learning and they're doing it. So I'm asking you, I'm just telling you, when you sit there and you're saying, after I can't do that, they don't pay me. So the first award goes to Beatrice Otawa. Oh. There was so much that was written. I don't want to cry. Because it was so emotional. Okay. They were so emotional because I didn't know Beatrice in 2019. I did not know. But she came through the back door because she did not register. But the work that Beatrice does, we cannot even afford her. She's not tired. Like now she's left kids home, but she's here on time, doing it every day. So Beatrice, we appreciate you. We summarized all that extraordinary leadership skills. Thank you so much. Okay. The next one is Beatrice Olo. Hey! As Beatrice comes, again, I don't want to cry because I know the personal stories, I know the struggles that are going on. Beatrice as a sister who's sick and like a caretaker, does all that stuff and still pours out to people. As a single mom, that's why we chose a panel discussion so you can see resilience is not just in young people, it's intergenerational. When we talk about we're building better leaders, it starts from anybody all the way. If we can coach, I don't want to call his name, president or whatever, we would coach them, but are they willing to learn? Yeah. So we just thank you so much for everything, and we just continue praying to God to be your guide. This one is for Brenda. Brenda could not be here today, but we all can tell the sacrifices that Brenda has made for this organization since we started this organization in 2018. She was a young student at D. And actually Brenda's story is that they came to pick me, Shabir came to pick me at the airport, and she was asking, oh, I have this niece. And I was looking at him like, really? The conference is too long. You want me to add who? But the Spirit of God always guides me and says yes to that. So, Uncle Shabir, you can take this for Brenda. So, when you look at the overall data that was collected for Brenda, it was ownership. She owns the process. Okay, the next one is Russell. Now, Russell and I, we have Burugana. Like, we've had it. You know, like sometimes I'll be like, you know, the meeting starts at this, and like, oh, I didn't know the times, and I'm like, hey, how long have you been at CE? But one thing I like about Russell is the accepting feedback. Accepting feedback, and if you see the posts on Facebook that this man did for Confidence Elevates, like he owned it. Some people didn't even share. That's okay, but this one, because I could tell the people who shared, and I was appreciative. But Russell took it upon himself, and Russell is somebody who's been here 2 years, and he goes above and beyond. He calls you, he will tell you, how can I share this? He wants to get the password, which I don't even remember, of that Facebook account. And we appreciate what you did, and thank you for growing, and we believe that you will go places. Okay. Oh, Elijah Kusan. Now, Elijah also was referred to us by Brenda. Brenda has connected us to the media team, the ward, everything. Like she even called this morning to just make sure that everything was okay. And one thing we always tell our elevators, if you're pressed, if you have to do something that elevates you, go for it, even 1 year. We are okay with that because we know you're working hard. So when we get mad at people who just disappear, like, are we angels to know you are going through something? We call you, we check on you, we don't hear from you, and then you know what, we just say, Heaven Malaika, take care of that person. We don't judge you, but we're just going to say we tried. So I'm going to meet Elijah next week, so I will take this on his behalf. Because he's working on a project in Tawana too. Our elevators just don't disappear, I'm telling you, we do something. Okay, the next one is Desmond. As Desmond was here, we have, like, again, it was feedback. Desmond was very vulnerable in sharing his progress this year. He joined and he would say this, and even like we would say, man, meeting in answer 9, 8:59. They're trying to join the meeting, and what we noticed was just being authentic, not faking like, oh, I'm so good in this. You just say, hey, up and out, I didn't understand, and that's why we say we accept you for who you are. And once we've known that, then we challenge you to do this. And the book, Atomic Habits, he read it, internalized it, and he could just say that book, like he would say what he's worked on. And so it was outstanding growth. Congratulations. Okay, Peter Nguka. We met with Peter on Zoom because of Brenda again. And I don't know how many times I shared with Peter Nguka's YouTube video, because every time I would share, someone would comment from school, from anywhere, from my professor, so you're known all over. But what stood out was the story, the authentic story, and and just the support. Because you meet people and they say, I support you. But Peter, we would say with accountability, look at the post Peter did. So we read it and we say the ownership, and we just see it's just like a destiny helper. Like you came in and helped us to go to the next level. So we really appreciate you, and we know these are professional pictures you've taken. They're going places, and we will say, yes, he's one of us, and we are proud of the work, and thank you for encouraging so many people. If you look at that YouTube video, it's really the most viewed in our CE. Because so thank you so much. Okay, Beverly. Beverly, when we looked at the feedback that was provided, it was committed to excellence. Why do we say that? When Beverly joined us in 2018, she asked very tough questions. If you all go back to the videos, I went back all the way and looked at the videos. And that's what we want. We don't want you to come here with Naumia, with people use our questions. So Beverly now has an online business, doing so well. Beverly she became pregnant, she was a single mother, struggled, but got her way out and started working and moved away from where she was, then she went somewhere else, and now she moved to Kisumu, but still doing all the stuff that she did. If you notice, maybe she called me for the business thing. So when we looked at the data that was collected, it was commitment to excellence, because she's going to ask you questions, and she's the one who shared about growth mindset. If you remember, two conferences ago in 2023. So we will give it Joyce. Oh, hello. I know you're surprised. I know you're surprised, but data is data, and when people call your name, and I think we shared a little bit of that on the WhatsApp. Joyce, Joyce has done wonderful things and very authentic in her story. You all remember from last year, and we appreciate what you're doing, always asking questions, and we know that you're growing. So you were given an award for outstanding growth. This lady I'm going to call, she's going to give me all the words in the world, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready because I'm born tough like that. Fiona Otieno. I'm ready for all the words to give times 5. But you also, as she walks here, we have worked so hard with the organizational strategies. And again, it's data. When we ask people, nominate someone who you've seen and worked on, there's a lot. All our work on LinkedIn is written by who? She has done making sure that we are sticking to the goal and the strategies, and we appreciate. And guess what? When I was doing my coaching certification, I asked, I was asking people to volunteer because you need like how many hours. She volunteered for me to coach her and her level, her job, and vulnerable about what employees at her job needed, and started using those habits to help her organization. So we appreciate you. Thank you. Keep helping us. We love you. So the data that was there, we looked at another person here, and I know it's Christine. She goes, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so Christine joined us. Again, I think I've shared it. Christine joined us she got us on Facebook, and what we've seen with Christine is willingness to learn. Willingness to learn. I think when we look at the attendance roll, Christine has missed 2. Yes, because we look, you think we don't have records? Yes, we do. Christine has missed 2, and I knew where she was when she's missing. And she would call, she would say, I need feedback, I need this, what can I do? When she did the panel discussion last year, she was the first one to ask for feedback. And so I just want to say thank you and congratulations, and keep working hard. You're going places. So that brings us to the end of the word. If you take a word, let people see you do something. It's one thing to say I'm a member of Confidence Level, and we always say there are 3 levels. They are level 1, committed to excellence. They're there, they show up. Then there is level 2. Okay. Level 3, what a conference, maybe they will be sponsored, they will come and lead. And I'm not going to put anybody out. That's up to you and your God. That's up to you and your God. I wanted to just remind you, go back to that self-reflection before we go back to your self-reflection. If you were not here, go back. I'm so interested in what were the 10 things you were grateful for? 10 things you were grateful for. Go back to that list. I want someone to share that if they want to. If not, we're not going to force. And then the same question that the panelists asked. What are you saying yes to? And what are you saying no to as of today, as of now? We wrote this, so I think if you're confident enough and you want to read it out loud. Somebody asked, what does the T mean? We missed the scenario, we wanted it to be so clear. That's why we put those spots, people, because there is a goal that you're achieving. You're visualizing, you're breathing in, you're looking at it. T means when you have achieved, actualized it. That, like fika, so you're celebrating that. So that's what T means. It's not, it's just because when we're saying Visa T, we wanted something different. We wanted something that makes me remember I'm visualizing, I'm internalizing, I'm strategizing, and I'm actualizing it. So that's kind of thing. So I want to challenge you. I want you to look at all that and going back to your Visa T and ask yourself, I came here today at this conference. What am I taking with me today? What am I holding myself accountable for that you will pursue diligently, intentionally, boldly, so that when we meet, because that's why we do conference, we always do it so that we can look at what did I want to do. Peter is not about, hey, I'll come live. And I was like, okay. And he said, and guess what? Opportunity arises. I always say opportunity meets preparation. Unataka kwenda na hata hujatafuta passport. You know, we need to always prepare to move. Somebody will say, oh, you have 16 days to do this. Oh, I need this. So just ask yourself an intentional question and really be true. And I'm going to be myself. If you feel like, you know, all the strategies are confusing, please reach out to me. I will do one time, two times. At that time I can tell, like, you're hivi, takuacha peke yako. But if you're willing, I am willing to help us so that we can really build a community of leaders who are empathetic, who are smart, confident, and can do anything. And like I was telling the lady who wanted finance, I remember Madeline. She came and she's like, me, I just like finance. We helped her, we connected her with people in that area, and she's doing her master's now in San Francisco, but still doing finance. So you can do that, that's your finance, and you can still pursue education, whoever you want to do. I just don't want you to leave here at a conference, and that's okay with you if that's what you want. But I really want to challenge you, if you want to get to the next level, visualize it, internalize it, strategize it, actualize it. So before we move on to the next one, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm always remembering I used to be a teacher. Once a teacher, always a teacher. And if you tuambia watoto waende kuandika hizi kadi nyumbani, utajua ujui. So please, I'm begging you, this helps a lot. Just write. You don't have to write a whole. Just write. Take one. You have to just cover it like this, and then just write a thank you note. One a person. Just one. Music. Huh? If they want to write their name, fine. You can put it anonymous. You don't have to write your name. By the way, they know you because they follow the page. They know you. They can say, how is Peter doing? Or how is so-and-so doing? So just write a thank you note. We'll give you 5 minutes or 6. Just fold it. And then we'll put it in you can put it in the envelope. We don't have to read what you wrote. But your envelope baadaye. Yeah, put it.